Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sumukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketur Ganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakaruno Herambah Skandapurvajaha Suklam Bharadharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Yasyadviradavakradhya Parishadya Parasasam Vignam Vignanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamasraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jan Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhi Sakshine Krishnadvaipayanam Vyasam Sarvabhuta Ratam Vedabjabhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Janmadhyasya Yataha Anvayat Itaratascha Arteshu Abhignah Swarat Tene Brahma Hrudayah Adikavaye Mukhyanti Yat Surayah Tejovari Mృతాం Yatha Vinimayah Yatra Trisargo Mrisha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi Dharmaha Prochida Kaitavaha Atra Paramo Nirmat Saranam Satam Vedhyam Vastavam Atra Vastu Sivadam Tapatrayon Mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Kimva Parehi Isvaraha Sadhyaha Hrudi Avarudhyatehe Atra Kritibihi Sustrushubihi Tatshanat Nigama Kalpataroho Galitam Phalam Sukhamukat Amrita Drava Samyutam Pipata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasikaha Bhuvi Bhavukaha. With Swami's grace, let us continue. We came up to Slokam number 17 yesterday in Adhyayam 20, Skandham number 3. How did the creation take place? What happened? Is in answer to that question, Maitreya is describing this in a different way than what he had described earlier. Okay, in a little bit different ways that we can get another insight into it. But again, keep in mind, creation is a process that is beyond the realm of understanding. Keeping that in mind, let us enjoy it. So, number 17, when Bhagavan lying down on the cosmic waters, the Kshira Sakaram, the nothing but prema, right? Then he was lying on that, and from his navel came the Padmam, that effulgent, extremely effulgent, shining. On top of that, Bhagavan himself made himself seated as Brahma, the creative Shakti, the creative power. And that creative power, after we covered that earlier, doing tapas and did not know what to do, how to create, what to do. It's not simple. Then prayed to Bhagavan himself. And Bhagavan said, do not worry, just do whatever has already been created by me. That's all. So whatever is lying latent becomes manifest. That's all creation. That's all the creative power does. If whatever is latent, it makes it appear. Now, that the whole thing, of course, is Bhagavan's Sankalpam and Bhagavan's will. Number 18. And the various things God created had different names and forms and all that, as we all know in our daily life, as in previous creations. Nothing is new. Number 18, then from his shadow, the shadow of the creative power. This is very important. See, a shadow is something that always inseparably present in any object, isn't it? If you shine the light on it the right way, you'll see the shadow. If I go right at midday with the sun exactly on top of my head, then the shadow is within me. As I move away from the light, the sun then you can see the shadow either behind me or in front of me, depending on which way that I walk. But it is inseparable, and that is not the real object. Please remember that. It is not. It is only a shadow. So here the word chaya is used. Chaya in English translation it means shadow. From Brahma's shadow, which is the creative Shakti, is Brahma, which is most expansive and is acting according to the will of Bhagavan. It does not go either this way or that way, exactly according to the will of Bhagavan. All the creations are taking place in your life, in my life, in your mind, in my mind. That's where the whole universe exists only in the mind. There is nothing beyond that. Everything is really not true. Really, if you look at it intellectually, everything is really not true, and that's not the truth. But we are made to believe that is the truth, isn't it? And that is the Maya and all that. The creative power, not the Maya. Maya is the power of separation from the reality. Once the power of separation is in place, and then the creative power comes into action, right, in our mind, that also along with that Shakti is Bhagavan, along with that is a shadow. And what does the shadow do? That shade, the shadow of the creative Shakti, Brahma, created 5 types of ignorances. That is what this talks about. If I am Bhagavan himself, Aham Brahmasmi, that is a truthful statement. Okay? If that is the truth, and all the elders, the scriptural teachings, Bhagavan in Avatara Purushan himself, everybody points to this truth only, right? But I'm ignorant of it, right? Why? There are 5 types of ignorance that have been created as part of creation. Please remember that. These 5 types of avidya, it is called, they are Tamisram, Andha Tamisram, Tamas, Moham, and Mahamoham. Okay, let's take up the slokam now. Number 18. Sasarja Chayaya Vidyam Pancha Parvanam Agrataha Tamisram Andhatamisram Tamo Moho Mahatamaha. Sasarja Chayaya Vidyam Pancha Parvanam Agrataha Tamisram Andhatamisram Tamo Moho Mahatamaha. Now, the Chayaya means with the shadow. The Chaya means shadow. The shadow of the creative Shakti Brahma. Tamisram, Andhatamisram, Tamaha, Mahatamaha. All these 5 Pancha Parvanam, with the 5 aspects, 5 distinctive characteristics of avidyam. Okay, avidyam. The chayaya avidyam. If you want to break that second word, sasarja, chayaya avidyam. Chayaya vidyam. Okay, that avidyam, ignorance, avidyai, which has got 5 characteristics, 5 different aspects: tamisram, andhatamisram, tamaha, moham, mahatamaha. These 5 divisions. Agrataha, in the beginning, sasarja, created. Okay, so 5 types of avidya, ignorance, was first created. Now, obviously, you will have questions. What is tamisram? What is andhatamisram? Now, tamaha, we have heard that before. Moham, we have heard that word before. And mahatamaha, what are these 5? Tamisram means anger and pride. The share discuss this in a little bit more detail because it's very important. It is part and parcel of for all of us. So we can relate to this on a personal level very easily. Andhatamisram means looking upon death as the end, as one's end. Tamas, of course, is ignorance about one's own self, the true self. Moham is identification, self-identification with the body, not with the Atma, but with the body. That is Moham. Mahamoham means craving for enjoyments of the created world. All the Leela that Bhagavan is going through, see how many aspects are there, and how this is why this Bhagavan's Leela, this Prapancha, even our life itself is amazing. Auscharya it is. It is something that is cannot be done by man, by anybody. It's only a divine creation. So many aspects are there, and everywhere there is a dance of Nataraja. Okay. Now let us look at each one of them a little bit more detail, so we understand. And as you hear this, let us also see how it applies to me personally. Okay, then it becomes clear. The message will become clear. Now, having been separated from my own true self in Maya, and which I am involved, I am embraced by that, I have not overcome that. Okay, but that, then why has it taken place? In order to enjoy, in order to take pleasure in all the creations. Bhagavan says the whole prapancham has been created for my enjoyment only. That is the reason I have taken a physical form. But I can enjoy them, be happy, but should not take a possessive attitude. This is very important. Only as a trustee of Bhagavan I can enjoy them, but they are not mine. This is where the fundamental problem comes in. And that is what Thomisram is all about. And so, sent here to enjoy, and Thomisram means anger. What happens? Every living entity, talking about human being, okay, because all the others follow their dharma, okay. A lion kills another being in order to eat. Once its hunger is satiated, it does not bother, right? So there is no tendency to possess and take everything for itself, okay, whereas we do that. And so this we have a certain amount of independence, like what we call, it's not truly free will, but a certain amount of it, like a way as Swami Chinmayananda used to explain very beautifully. If you take a cow that is tied with a rope to a tree, and the cow can move around, right, isn't it? Depending upon which way it moves, it can move freely to some degree as far as the rope will allow it. If it goes the wrong way and circles around it, then it gets tightened even sooner. But it is really not free. But a certain amount of independence is there. And that is what we have, okay, using our buddhi. And that is the freedom of the independence of doing action the way I want, as opposed to the way Bhagavan wants me to do, isn't it? But then, because I do it the way I want, I also pay the penalty or the result of that. So that's all that I do. That amount of minute independence that we have. And so with that, I think I can enjoy everything in this created world, just as Bhagavan does. Why not? I can have as much of anything that I want. That tendency is there. So why can I not be a free enjoyer like Bhagavan is, right? Independently. Just forgetting the limited independent position that I have, I seek things without limit. And I seek them as if they are my property, as if I have every right to do that. See, this is the problem. It is mine. I will enjoy it. If I earn money, yes, I want more and more. That thing, that without, beyond limits, it goes, and with the impulse of ownership, acquisitive desire, that creates to anger and envy. Anger, because when a desire does not get fulfilled, what happens? It becomes anger, right? And then, of course, envy comes there when somebody else has got all the things that I want, or he's got more than something that I want, than what I have. All these things create problems, right? So the root cause for this is this ignorance of who I really am. And that exhibits, and that ignorance acts uncontrolled, beyond limitations, to acquire and enjoy things without limits. That creates anger. That is tamastram. Now, even in the field of spiritual realization, okay, as we go through in the spiritual path, this aspect of tamastram, the anger, is difficult to overcome. Okay, that is why our elders have given us the mantra Kamo karishite manyura karishite namo namaha. It is a desire and anger that impel me to do all the actions, not me, not me. So that's a constant reminder to us. Okay, so that is very difficult to get rid of, and this is tamastram. So understand where the anger comes from. Okay, now andha tamastram. Andha tamastram means when a living entity thinks that yes, death is the end. I'm here to live, enjoy everything, and once I pass away, that's the end of it. So who cares, right? That atheistic outlook, that body is all, and that everything is ending with death. That is andha tamastram, and this is the problem with true scientists like Einstein and all that question. Now they understand there is something beyond, but a pseudoscientist, for example, might ignore things that cannot be understood or explained of rationally or with human intellect, right? But the truth is, the real entity is actually beyond intellect and beyond understanding. That we must first appreciate that. So andha tamastram, the atheistic outlook says, as long as you live prosperously, never mind whether you commit all kinds of so-called sins and all that. Eat sumptuously, live well, and because after death everything is finished, nothing to worry about. No one is responsible for anything he does during his life. I'm not responsible for what I do. I'm here to enjoy. That feeling of lack of responsibility, okay, thinking that death is all and that is the final end, that outlook, that avidya, ignorance, is andha tamastram. Now, this andha tamastram as well as tamastram, they come out of tamas, the third avidya. What is that? Tamas is the ignorance of my own true self. I'm ignorant of it, and we call it darkness or whatever in English, but Sanskrit the word is tamas, so it's very important to use the Sanskrit word. And I'm living this life without knowing anything about the indweller, without knowing anything about Atma, Bhagavan, the divine entity, the flow of prema in one's life, the selflessness, the necessity, and the essentiality of living selflessly, to enjoy a taste of it. These are all very important. It is not optional or it's not a choice. That is a charter of life. And without knowing all this, I live in that ignorance. That is called tamas. And because again, I think I'm the body. I'm identifying myself with this body. No information on the spiritual soul. I'm guided by this misconception, and I think this is my body, and anything in relationship with this body is mine. Actually, they all belong to me. This misconception I have, whether it is a bank account, whether my spouse or children, or whatever it may be that are related to this body, and I think they all belong to me, right? That thinking, that avidya is called tamas. Now what happens, when I think myself as I am the body, this body is mine, right? And I identify myself only with this body, and not with its true owner, then many problems come. Then comes, the sexual gratifications in life. They become attached to it, pulled by that. Then children are produced, homes, houses are made, motherland, and society, and all these things. Everything comes based upon one's identification with the body. Therefore, as these things continue to grow, the attachments to all of this increases, and that is moham. Okay, that is moham. That is the reason we get falsely attached to different things in the world, because of tamas. I'm identifying myself with the body, and that creates moham, various attachments. As the moham increases, mahamoham, the mahatamaha takes place, which is the craving for enjoyment of all the worldly pleasures. So these are the 5 types, that is mahatamaha, mahamoham, whatever you call it. These are the 5 types of avidya, the ignorance that was created by Brahma right in the beginning. Okay, so the number, we were at number 17. Sasarja chayaya avidyam panchaparvanam agratah tamitram andhatamitram tamaha moho mahatamaha. Now number 19. Then, but as soon as these 5 types of avidya is created, this is what the fetus is praying to in the mother's womb before it gets kicked out. Okay, from 6th month onwards, all of us had the same prayer that we're going to see later, the beautiful prayer of the fetus. And this, I think, something nobody likes it. Even when I talk about it, oh my God, why all this ignorance? Why all this avidya? I don't like it. I don't want to create this. I want to be with Bhagavan only. Right? That pull is there. So Brahma was no different. So when creating these 5 types of avidya, he was not pleased with it. So he actually abandoned the mood to create. In other words, when I think myself as I'm attached to this body, that's a creation I made. I created that feeling. So I really want to move away from it, isn't it? Because that's not true. I'm not happy with it. Same way, the creative power, Brahma, abandoned the mood to create. And then, the moment he did that, what happened? Yakshas and Rakshasas appropriated that aspect of creative power, of that aspect of Brahma's body, so to speak, and that became the form of night, Ratri, which is the origin of hunger and thirst. That is number 19. Visasarja atmanah kayam nabhinandhan tamo mayam jagruhu yaksha rakshamsi ratrim chutrut samudbhavam. Visasarja atmanah kayam nabhinandhan tamo mayam jagruhu yaksha rakshamsi ratrim chutrut samudbhavam. Atmanah is own self, tamomayam, because this creation aspect is tamas, tamasic aspect of creation, of identification with the body, and that creates to anger, that creates to false thinking that death is the end, that gives attachment, that gives the craving for worldly pleasure, so many things, right? All these 5 things we saw, that is all tamomayam. That is all born out of ignorance, which is what avidya is. It's ignorance. So, atmanah tamomayam kayam nabhinandhan. This creation that is full of tamas, full of avidya, and that kayam, that body, that creative body, nabhinandhan, not desiring that, not pleased with it. No, I don't want it. Right? It's not good. Nabhinandhan, not pleased with it, visasarja, he left it, he gave it up. Now, chutrut samudbhavam, chutrut samudbhavam. Chut Trutir samudbhavam. Chut means hunger. Trutir means thirst. Samudbhavam, the one that is created. Hunger and thirst are created in Ratrim during the night time. In that form, the body of night, the form of night, Yaksharakshamsi, Yakshargal and Rakshasargal, Jaggruhu, they took it over, they imbibed it. So the Ratri Kalam is actually Yakshas and Rakshasas. That is where Moham is there. That is why at night time, for example, the Moham increases. And even though we sleep, the tamasic period is night time. Okay, and the form of night itself, Ratri also is a form of Bhagavan. Okay, in one sense you must appreciate it that way, but that's where tamasic gunangal dominate from 8 at night to 4 in the morning, night time. That is assuming the sunrise is around 6 o'clock. Okay, that is all related to that. So that's the slokam number 19. Visasarja atmanah kayam nabhinandhanne tamomayam jagruhu yaksharakshamsi ratrim chutrut samudbhavam. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Sante Sante Sante. Harihi Om.